Christian McCaffrey was on the Panthers. He just talked about this. He just came out and said, I thought I was going to be a 49er forever, or I thought I was going to be a
Yep.
Panther forever. I thought I was going to live and die a Panther. I
Yep.
bought my house here. You know, I
Mhm.
basically dedicated my life to this area in North Carolina. Like this
Just
was my
like
home
that.
and this was my family. And then he got a phone call in the off season, and he was like rolling through it with his agent, and over and over and over again through the season, he was just thinking about it. And he was like, you know what? I'm here. I'm going to give all my effort to Carolina. He went the entire season. He played. He said he was in.
He played 5 games.
Yeah, he said that he was in. Where was the game that he played really well? And I forget what he said. And that's not even
He
important, honestly.
pretty much played 5 games. They during the offseason he got a phone call saying that he was possibly being traded. He called the GM. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
The semantics. We don't.
Yeah,
The details
pretty
aren't really that
much. Yeah, it
important.
pretty
Well,
much.
we could
He went to practice. This, that. Then Wednesday came. He got traded. He had to go to San Francisco and play Sunday, pretty much for a different team. He
Yeah.
never
Yeah, traded
even
traded Friday. Woke up
right out
like
from under his.
flew out Saturday or whatever. Got there Saturday or flew out Friday. Got there Saturday. Practiced Saturday. Played Sunday.
Yeah,
And he played well.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just one of those things.
because
It's
he's a
like
dog, bro.
you have to Christian McCaffrey. I think football is a different discipline than basketball. I think
Well, yeah.
football
Well, there's no guaranteed money in
football requires
NFL
you
like an NBA.
right. Also, but that's very, very, very true. That is
Mhm.
very true. I mean, you could be
I
making
think
money one day in the
yeah,
NFL and you get cut and you're
you're
done. You're not
done. Yeah,
making anything.
I think every
Exactly.
other sport pretty much has guaranteed money. If I'm pretty much
Yeah.
correct, and
Yeah.
except for the
Mhm.
NFL. So
The
Mhm.
NFL has some guaranteed contracts, but the moment that we say, hey, I want guaranteed money, I'm done. I mean, everybody's talking about Lamar Jackson not being signed. The Ravens franchise tagged him to possibly get somebody to match that. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, I
yeah,
they
think
want
he's
like they
gone.
want a team, they want a team to
they
well, they want
sandbag
a team to
Lamar.
break the bank. They want a team to bank the break for him. Break the bank, sorry. But
They're
Lamar
not.
Jackson
They're not
is
matching. A team is going to give him a guaranteed contract. That's the thing. He wants a
No, they're not.
guaranteed.
nah
Not after Deshaun
I
Watson.
mean,
There's not a single team that's giving
in my
guaranteed money.
opinion, there's a couple teams that will flirt with the idea, but they're going to try and negotiate with him. Atlanta is going to be one of them. I think that for some
There's
reason,
teams
I
that can
think that
offer him more money than the Ravens can, and the
There
Ravens are
is.
not going to match any offer that another team will.
if Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to the Jets, I think the Jets will entertain it. I think
Oh,
there's
Aaron
also
that's
another
another topic.
scenario out there. Now, hear me out, Ryan, because you like football too, and David, check this out.
Oh, I know.
If the 49ers trade and
Jimmy G.
trade whoever and get Lamar Jackson on that offense.
Sweet Jesus.
Dude, that
I don't-
offense would be you have
I don't even want to think about that.
Kyle Shanahan, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle.
That's ridiculous.
That is silly. Oh, somebody
Well,
said
that's
that
so.
on ESPN
I mean,
radio. I
if
was
they
like,
can take
yo.
a rookie quarterback, all right, and Brock Purdy's good. Don't get me wrong. I think he has.
Brock
Don't
Purdy.
get me wrong.
He could get started.
I think unfortunately Brock Purdy
Beginner's luck.
was like, okay, so here's the scenario, and you correct me if I'm wrong. Brock Purdy was in a situation similar to Patrick Mahomes. He had an offensive mind guru like Kyle Shanahan, aka like Andy Reid type esque. Offensive mind is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Then you have Patrick Mahomes, who is essentially younger, faster, more accurate than Alex Smith, who was his predecessor. And Alex Smith got, he basically got benched, hurt, all kinds of other stuff. His career kind of ended, and Patrick Mahomes took over.
Until he went to the Commanders.
But... Yeah, he left, went to the Commanders, and then he had a horrific injury, and it was the end of it. Ridiculous. Secondly, on the other hand, you have the Niners, And
Kyler
Kyle
Murray.
Shanahan is just like Andy Reid in the sense that they are offensively off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, Jimmy G, they have all flourished under that offense.
Yeah.
Flourished. They did spectacular. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, got them in the playoffs and did what he was supposed to do as Mr. Irrelevant. Are you crazy? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Trey
absolutely.
Lance was doing what he was supposed to before he snapped his ankle in half.
Yeah.
Like, the dude stood up and his ankle was like off to the side. Like, it was ridiculous. And
it's all
before
scripted.
that, Jimmy G did what
Jimmy G is Jimmy G. Yeah.
Even
Jimmy G has always done
the
He's that
turmoil, and the strife that surrounded that organization with him. He was able to step up and be like, "Yeah, let's play," and won games.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is, yes, Jimmy G made one mistake in the playoffs and then another mistake in the playoffs.
Well, the thing
That
about
that doesn't mean he's like, and everyone's like, oh, well, Jimmy G's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
This dude still puts up numbers greater than
When you're talking about, so you look at it from the perspective of other quarterbacks, you can go, yeah, he's terrible compared to him. Who cares? You want to win the game.
Yeah.
And you want to talk
Your
about
team-
player
your team has
stats
a
and
winning-
stuff like that. Jimmy G drops way down the list. And that's fine. He still made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like people are like, oh, well, he sucks. Okay, fine, cool. On a player-to-player perspective, if you want to have them out there tossing the football 50 to 60 yards into a little barrel and you want to do accuracy tests and drills, sure, all about it. In-game performance, sure. You want to test them out individually, whatever. But when we're talking about the game and managing the game and getting your team
That's
into
a
a
different
position to win, trusting your coach, trusting the other players around you, that is where it's like, the bro's a winner. He's a winner, dude. Be mad all you want to. My buddy is a diehard 49ers fan, and it's like he can't make up his mind really what quarterback he really wants. But I look at his situation like, bro, be happy with what you got.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter which
Because some teams don't have that problem
and plays on your team. If they can manage the game and listen to the coach, they're fine.
Going back to Lamar Jackson, my opinion is a team is gonna now a team may not give him a max contract, but a team is gonna flirt with something that the Ravens are not gonna match, and the team that's gonna do it is a team that doesn't have their quarterback situation figured out. Now San Francisco is weird to me because they do.
No, that's a crazy situation.
It's a crazy. They have three. They have three quarterbacks. So like, what are you supposed to do?
I don't think that was a hypothetical.
Oh, you dropped. It was a hypothetical. You dropped.
Oh, okay. At least. Yeah. So
you don't.
So basically, the question I'm asking is, what team do y'all think? Because it can happen. It can happen right. It can happen right now.
The Ravens.
I
don't think he's leaving. I don't think anyone's willing to fork out guaranteed money. The league was already. All the owners were already in
y'all think the Ravens
money for Deshaun?
Nope.
You know what I'm
Ryan, I'm sorry, dude, but Lamar Jackson's coming to the NFC South, and he's going to kill our.
No, dude, I need a weak NFC South at least for one.
It's not going to happen.
So
he's going to come to Atlanta, and he's going to kill us all, dude.
So do y'all?
He's gonna make our lives crappy for the next 10 years, dude.
Yeah, like
honestly,
you made my life crappy.
So do y'all think
I did it for 3 years?
So do y'all think the Ravens do y'all think the Ravens put the tag on him because they knew that no team was going to do it, so that they could prove their point and be like, yeah, you want this money, but no other team is going to do it, so you might as well stay here.
He wants the guaranteed money, dude, and that's what's
shooting him in the foot. I really also think they're sandbagging him. Like you said, they're showing him
business,
that no
bro.
one
These are
wants.
Billionaires, bro. They don't want to.
They don't want to fork out that money. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
but
now we're getting into talking about collusion and all kinds of other stuff, dude. Like this.
So here's the thing.
That's all right, man. So you're saying that the NFL owners are colluding against Lamar Jackson?
Hey,
that's what we're saying. It's almost like they're blackballed.
Like, I mean, why would you?
That's wild to say, man.
There's
they
only
put out a statement
like what they
kind
of did to Deshaun Watson, dude. It's like, we know what you did. You know what I mean? And it's almost.
I think that was
high crazy.
Not that he didn't do anything wrong. Just everything kind of. He was like, I don't want to work for the Texans anymore.
Crazy.
And then
this is crazy.
The owner's neighbor, who is the lawyer for all of the girls that came forward,
Right.
all at
So there's
once.
all
I'm
of
like,
that. So okay, tie this situation right here, Lamar Jackson to that Deshaun Watson one, and you're like, yeah, that kind of seems like the NFL owners would be like, hey, if you don't play by the rules, I have videotapes on you, I have witnesses on you, and I can get you in a lot of trouble. And I promise you, I can make your life a living hell, and that's what we'll do. Okay. So take those two scenarios. Lamar Jackson's is very similar right now, right? Then you have Deshaun Watson's where his stuff got blown up, but he ended up getting money, but his
Buku
life
money.
got ruined. His life got ruined, right?
His reputation, yeah.
All right, David, I want you to look this up right now.
Okay.
David Stern had a meeting with Carmelo Anthony and was like,
I already know what you're talking about.
you want to play in this? Do you want to play in the NBA or do you want to live in the streets? Because you have a choice, and I can make that happen. That's
literally the first thing you see. Carmelo talks about how David Stern had him shook.
Read it real quick, because this is how I think billionaire executives are like. They get a player, they sign him, and they have private investigators that follow you around everywhere. And these are the same billionaire executives that have been putting money into technology.
The first quote,
track you and follow you on all your social media sites, bro.
Dude, the very first quote on this thing, "You gonna leave me alone?" Anthony remembers Stern saying, "I know who you're with, where you live at. I know where they live at. I know when you close your eyes and when you wake up." He continues incredulous, just thinking about the conversation. He's telling me, I know what they're doing. You either tell them to stop or you're going to cut them off. And I'm like, dang, how the bleep. That's when I knew the NBA was part of the feds. They know you. That's
dude,
what I'm saying.
They are watching you. So it's like Lamar Jackson. I'm pretty sure he's self-representing himself, and he's like, yes. I want guaranteed money.
Well, he just recently got a manager because
Roger Goodell, I guarantee you, probably said to him on the side, I'm telling you, dude, we're watching you. Okay. They're not playing games, dude. This is a multi-billion-dollar organization.
They don't play around, bro. Yeah. Well, so
they are watching you.
I'll say something about so if there was one team, because this is the only team that's been in talks of trying to get a quarterback, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or here's the thing. Do you think that the Jets could make an offer for Lamar Jackson that the Ravens wouldn't match?
I don't think they have.
They're looking at. Yes, they do.
Well, because here's the thing: if the Jets go for Aaron Rodgers, they have to trade. If the Jets go for Lamar Jackson, they don't have to trade; they just have to pay him. So, do the Jets have enough money to pay Lamar Jackson, but not give up the pieces that they'll have to give up to get Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
So then, why are these? So these dudes are talking about TV like, oh, they're going to get Aaron Rodgers. Oh, they're going to get Aaron Rodgers, but Lamar Jackson works out better for the Jets.
No, dude. No, it doesn't, because Aaron Rodgers wins you a Super Bowl right now.
Okay, that makes
Aaron Rodgers comes in and gets you a Super Bowl
right now. I agree with that.
Yeah, the Jets are a franchise, historically a terrible franchise, and they know that for their organization, the best thing to do is to win now. If you bring in Lamar Jackson and he just wins you a bunch of regular season games and gets you into the playoffs multiple seasons in a row, that is just you're literally just going to be adding another Mark Sanchez, another Chad Pennington, who are Jets quarterbacks that have been successful, brought you to where they need to be, but ultimately it was a defensive team that ended up winning them games and getting them into the playoffs. That's not the case if you get Lamar Jackson or Aaron Rodgers. I don't think that Lamar Jackson is first on their list. I do believe he's high on their list, second on their list. If things don't go well
with Aaron Rodgers, they'll get Lamar.
Which is weird because I'm throwing the bank at both of those dudes.
Well, and here's the thing:
they're going to come to New York. I'm like, bro, I'll give you everything that you want to come play for us. Okay.
If you get Aaron Rodgers and y'all win a Super Bowl this year, there's no way Aaron Rodgers isn't sitting there like, yo, I could go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Well, he is already trying to do that. Well, that's what he did. Yeah, that's what Tom Brady did with us.
Yeah.
And that's what Joe Montana tried to do when he went to the Chiefs, when he left the 49ers after winning 4 Super Bowls for them. That's what these guys try to do. That's what Peyton Manning did. He did it when he was with the Colts. He left and he went to Denver and he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But the first Super Bowl that he went to, he got annihilated. It was awful. It was one of the worst lopsided games I've ever seen in my entire life. I remember my dad, who's a diehard NFL fan, left at halftime because he's like, I can't watch this anymore. He's done watching the game. He drove home. And it was like, he was like, this is the worst game. But Peyton Manning ended up redeeming himself and winning a Super Bowl against your boys, the Panthers.
Speaking of the Panthers,
all
I got
I'm
a
saying
question.
is, dive on the ball, Cam.
Speaking of the Panthers, I got a question. Ryan, you like DJ Moore?
Absolutely, dude. We have
Dude,
no offense though.
the Panthers traded a bunch of
Yes.
picks and DJ Moore for the Bears' #1 overall
two
pick.
first rounds,
You go get your quarterback of the future. But there's also another article that came out, and David, you can find it if you want to, dude. Y'all are already talking about trading back, dude.
Yep.
I don't know what y'all's deal.
I don't know why
y'all go to
DJ
first,
Moore,
and then something comes out where they're like, "Yeah, we might trade out of this position."
Yeah,
why
dude,
would you do that?
Because they actually realized what DJ Moore is to them.
Dude,
no.
Look, yes, absolutely.
DJ Moore is good, dude.
DJ
Moore is that guy.
Is like
yes.
Should I say more? It's hard to say. He's the modern day Steve Smith Sr. Without the.
So do you remember that?
This dude is everywhere.
Do you remember the clip at practice? It's a legendary clip where Steve Smith walks up and says that he's thinking about benching a guy to Cam Newton. David, I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's an amazing clip.
Moore, yeah.
Steve Smith is in practice and he's not practicing. I think that he's retired at this point, actually.
Yeah, so he's just sitting on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, he walks up to Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is in full gear, their practice, and he's like, "Hey, man, thinking about benching this guy right here. What do you think? You want to tell me what you think?" And standing right there next to him is DJ Moore, and DJ Moore, I guess, was having a okay season.
No, it was his first season.
It was his first season.
Yeah.
That had to have been like the one moment where it was like, okay, I could either take this and I could, allow it to kind of, frame who I am, and I'm not going to be anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I could take this and use it as motivation, as one of the greatest Panthers of all time is calling me out and trying to make sure that I understand where my role is right now is to step up and be a leader.
Funny enough,
DJ Moore, I can't stand the Panthers because I'm a Bucks fan, but DJ Moore, in my opinion, is he's a respectable player. He did exactly what he was supposed to do for your franchise for many years.
When I saw that headline come up, I was like, "Are you serious?"
I know that's hard, dude. That's like us losing Mike Evans.
He's hit 1,000 catching yards every season, pretty much. He's been here, except for this one, because for some reason Baker Mayfield could not or would not throw it to.
He's not the only one,
DJ.
Dude.
No, I understand.
He had multiple quarterbacks.
Well, here's the thing: Baker for some reason,
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker had the one moment. They had the one moment together where they collided.
He hit over
60-yard overtime catch or whatever against Atlanta.
Hit, I think 300 yards that game. He was throwing to DJ pretty much consistent
the entire game.
Yeah.
The thing with Baker is for some reason he doesn't like throwing to good wide receivers.
Yeah, he didn't utilize.
He wouldn't throw to OBJ. He won't throw to DJ Moore.
Oh, I forgot. David's a Browns fan.
Come on, man. I understand your pain, my guy.
I might actually feel that pain this year because they're talking about bringing Baker Mayfield over to the Bucks. So I'm like,
oh no,
that's what they're talking about. I'm like,
hey, you have a great head coach.
Heck no.
Oh no, you don't. No, never mind.
Heck no.
He's gone, right? Bruce Arians is gone.
Bruce Arians is gone. We had Todd Bowles last year. It was horrible. It was awful. It was terrible. And he just stood there on the sideline the whole time going,
oh,
dude, I totally forgot. Oh man, dude, that's rough.
Night, baby.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So honestly, man,
I mean, at least he can kind of play. I mean, he's not awful. You guys should pick up Sam Darnold.
I don't know, dude.
I think we should keep Sam.
The things that he doesn't
Sam's
do.
good though. Sam's a solid quarterback. I wouldn't say he's a great quarterback.
I was talking about
he's
Baker.
Solid. Yeah, I'm saying
the things that Baker does not.
Probably not going to be there.
The things that Baker does not do well, he really does not.
I'm willing to trade our entire team for Lamar Jackson.
The Bucks.
You have just what? Mike Evans.
I will trade everybody to get to Lamar Jackson, bro. You can trade.
You don't even have like that receiving core
to the Ravens for Lamar Jackson.
That's funny.
Lamar Jackson coming to the Buccaneers would win us a Super Bowl probably every other year because we still have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and we just released Cameron Brate, our tight end. we'd have to fill some areas. Or we just got Kate Otten or whatever. I don't know, man. We have that dude Rashad White is pretty good.
There's a pretty good
So
tight end.
I
in the
would love to
draft
have
this
somebody
year,
like
so.
Lamar Jackson, but he would never, ever, ever, ever come to us. He's from Florida.
Yeah, but
He's
still,
from Florida. Trevor
there's no
Lawrence and
way.
the Jaguars are set. Miami is always every
Oh, that's a team
offseason
they were
is
talking
throwing
about.
shade at Tua. They
Well,
be throwing shade at Tua. Tua has done nothing but just win games and get concussions for them, sacrificing his life. And they're over there going every offseason, yeah, we'll flirt with Tom Brady.
dude,
Or,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
we'd
lie
love to
though.
have Lamar Jackson. Or,
I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not.
wouldn't it look good to have another quarterback
Well,
here?
because it's
And we'll
Miami.
trade Tua away.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If Lamar Jackson went to Miami, that might be ridiculous. But here's the thing, though:
Dude,
is it
Lamar
is the
Jackson,
reason
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, bro,
All
they would be stupid.
dude, Lamar is just okay. Let me put this in a way. Lamar is better than Tua.
Oh,
But
yeah. Hand over
Tua
fist.
fits that team better than I think Lamar would.
I think
Agreed.
so. But I also think that if you had to choose as any organization between the current quarterback that you have right now and Lamar Jackson, there's like maybe 5 or 6 teams that would say, yeah, we'll stick
Lamar
with what we
Jackson.
got. And
But
every
there's
other one
also-
of them is going to
is
say,
like-
you know what?
yeah.
Yeah, we won 8, 9 games, maybe even 10 games last year. I'll take Lamar Jackson.
But I also see it like from a kind of scheme. Like you have everybody's different, right? Everyone thinks differently. Like so, you can't just throw a run-heavy quarterback into a team that's built for a distance throw. You know, like little bit like a good bit of scrambling, but not like oh, I'm gonna scramble like 80% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's I can't see it working out as well as they think unless they change a lot
Yeah.
of stuff,
What about Derek Carr to the Saints?
bro.
See,
Derek
I'm
Carr's
not.
good.
Then why'd the
So
Jets
look,
pass
man.
on him? In my opinion,
So
Why the
check it
Jets
out,
pass
man.
it? 'Cause
I'm a-
Aaron
they
Rodgers is
just
better.
the Jets
Listen,
want to win now.
Hey, all right, hold on a second. Listen, lots of people throw shade at Derek Carr.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't throwing shade
Listen,
at all. I was saying
hold on.
I was
I'm
throwing
gonna get
shade
to
at
this.
the Jets.
I'm gonna get to this, okay? Lots of people throw shade at Derek Carr, okay? Derek Carr has been with Oakland, for the
Jeez.
better part of what, 5 years, 6 years,
Yeah,
I think.
5,
now?
6
Since he came
seasons.
into the league.
Oakland and Vegas. He's had a bunch of different coaches, okay? He's had a
He's-
bunch of talent on his team, okay?
He's been through the ringer.
He's been 4 Pro Bowls. He sucks. He doesn't change the Saints, dude.
I don't think he changes the Saints.
He doesn't
but
change the Saints, dude.
He doesn't
the
hurt
Saints
them either.
The Saints were better using Jameis Winston.
Would it be a better fit? Would it
And
be?
I say this.
I say that Andy
because,
Dalton was better. To be honest.
No, Jameis Winston was way better than Andy Dalton there.
I
Andy
agree.
Dalton had his chance when he was with Cincinnati, and he was crushing there for
Dude,
8
or
seasons.
with Dallas?
He should have. No,
when
heck
Absolutely
no.
not.
No. Andy Dalton, when he was with Cincinnati, he had his moment. He was done.
Yeah, but
Right?
this year when he played for the Saints after Winston got hurt, he was balling out for the Saints. They literally could have made a run. Like the entire NFC could have made a run at the playoffs, but then for some reason we drop a game against the Bucks and it's all over.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I don't
That's
know,
so
dude.
lame, dude.
Derek Carr, he is like Kmart.
Dude, don't do him like that. He's
That's
a lot
dirty,
better than
bro.
Kmart, dude.
He's like Kmart, bro.
No,
I'm gonna say that.
Absolutely not. I don't believe you, but that's okay.
More like a Walmart neighborhood market.
Oh.